Alright guys, have some sad news or whatever you want to call it for my KTM. I actually went riding 3 days ago at AAA Farms in Moxville, North Carolina, and rode probably an hour on the trails before I found their motocross track. And I took this on the track, went roughly 4 or 5 laps, and I thought it was running out of gas because it kept bogging out like I had carburetor issues, so I checked my fuel. It had about this much in the tank, probably like 2.5 inches at most. So I was like, it's probably running out of gas. So I hopped off the track, watched a couple people do a couple of laps, and started it back up. It started up fine, wasn't stiff or anything. Started first kick. I made it half a mile away from the track trying to get back to my truck for fuel, and the thing seized up on me. So every time I ride, I check my oil. I was actually due for an oil change after. It's perfectly full of where it should be. I'm not sure what happened to this thing, unexpected, but I guess that I'll be rebuilding it, so it's really a letdown to me. But I rode this thing twice on it, even burned my leg pretty good the first time I rode it, which was 2 videos ago, I believe. If you haven't checked that out already, go check that out. So what I want to do today is I want to pressure wash this thing, take the gas tank seat off. I want to pull the valve cover, see what's going on. Hopefully we have top end issues, because it never knocked, ticked, or screeched or anything. So I'm thinking maybe just a piston and a jug and some head work. But if it broke a valve, probably need a new head. Also already made sure that it's not hydro locked. I had to grind the crap out of a 5/8 socket to make it fit on the other side. The plug pulled out with no metal or anything. You can actually see where we hammered on it a little bit, trying to get the spark plug socket in there. I gotta tighten that before I can pressure wash it. So I was hoping it may be hydro locked from bad carburetor adjustments, but I see I was wrong on that. So I'm gonna back the truck around to the garage, get this thing unloaded, and pressure wash it and see what we're working with. It's hot as freak outside, so we're gonna get this set to that and we'll be good. We didn't really have a spring in North Carolina. It's literally 92 degrees right now. Luckily there's a cloud. Got my Windex in there. Windex. But check it out. I got way more awesome news than that. I think, if I'm lucky, I might have locked the keys in my truck by accident for the 3rd time since I've had it. On second thought, I'm not sure where I sat them, but I'll let that be a surprise for later. Before I forget, I gotta tighten the spark plug, and then I'm gonna spray this thing down. That's not Windex in there. I was joking if you didn't know. So right now, I'm very hopeful that my keys aren't locked in that thing, because that's going to absolutely suck to break into. Not to mention, that's how I got here, so it always pays to have an extra car, I guess. So, always something good popping. Pretty simple issue to resolve. All the mud is off for the most part around the engine area. Went ahead and just did a quick wash on the whole bike, though, so I don't know how long it's going to be sitting. I don't know if I'm selling it or rebuilding it. Probably going to pick up another dirt bike to ride in the meantime, though, 2-stroke. It will be a 2-stroke. So, if it blows up, it'll be much cheaper to rebuild than this hunk of junk. When I say hunk of junk, I'm just picking around. I still like this motorcycle, even though I rode it probably 3 hours total. But, stuff happens. You buy a used motorcycle, this is what happens sometimes. So, I think I've been lucky, given how much used stuff that I have bought online, such as vehicles and everything else. So, we'll let this thing dry for a minute. I'm going to try and find my truck keys, and then I'm going to roll it in the garage, so we can begin the teardown. Just before I take the valve cover off, the gas tank and all that, I'm going to see if I can see anything with this. My brother actually let me borrow this. I'm not sure where he got it, but it says that it connects with smartphones, so we'll see if that'll pair up with my Galaxy S8 and see if we see any cracked pistons or anything. Remember earlier when I turned the thermostat down? I actually grabbed a bottle of water right after that, and I guess I set my keys right here to get that quick clip, so found those at least. Looks like we have one bolt here, and one here, and a breather hose, and this should come off. I'm not sure that there's enough room right there to come up, but even if there's not, we can probably still get a good look in there. So I think these are 12s is what they look like. I'm about to pop this thing off. This is going to be difficult to do with one hand, but bolts are out. So I don't know what's happened. It doesn't look bad from this side. Let's go to that side. This literally makes no sense at all because this all looks like brand new. So I don't know what's happened here. I figured we might have like metal in here or something, but I don't see anything at all. I'm gonna cut off the camera and see if I can see anything else. But this all looks really good compared to what I thought it would look like. So let me see if I see an issue that I'm not seeing right on camera. So let me check it out. Can you see that clip right there? Not sure where that is from, but I just found it chilling right there. So I'm gonna jerk that out and see if I can see anything. It's such a tight space to work in. I'm finding new stuff every second I look at this camera, including that dirt that is on this. And I'm not sure that this is supposed to do that either. So yeah, it's always something. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and just say I think that it has a dropped valve based on what I've seen in there. I'm not going to take the bike any further apart because I'm probably just going to sell it and I'll pick up another bike this week, but I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, so I'm just going to put it back together just so everything sticks together because this gas tank, somebody already broke the valve out of it once and it looks like it's been super glued, so I'm just going to lightly put everything back together, not really tighten everything, and just shove it in the corner, I guess. So, I don't know what's going to happen here. If you think it should stay, let me know what you think, but that little clip I found in there, right there, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not experienced enough with racing dirt bikes like this. I'm not sure that this cam should do this either. If you know the answer to that in the comments, please leave it in the comments because this is something totally new to me. I think personally I can rebuild this motorcycle, but I need some research on it for sure. I just pulled the valve cover just to see, if the cam broke or anything. In my opinion, this is so tight that it's almost about to freaking jump timing. And that could be what happened. I don't know. It could have jump timing. I seriously doubt it, but I really have no idea. I also see that it has these 370 marks right here. So if you know what that means also. I know this thing has a big bore Athena kit. Well, you can't see the sticker, but it's right there. I know it has that, so I'm going to stick this hog back together, and if you know what's good with it, please let me know in the comments. But if you think it should stay or go, also let me know in the comments. So I'll see you guys next video.